We're going. Yes, sir. We're going to go into the land of Dawn now. This is going to be ONIC trying to redeem themselves after a very rough game number 1. AP just trying to keep the pace. It's 1-0 right now in a best of 5 at the grand finals of Games of Future. Gee, do we think with the draft that ONIC has brought, can they handle this? Can they turn the tides right here?
Oh, this is a cool intro. I think so.
Oh, yeah, we're switching it up.
What a new intro. We got chess piece on the board here. I like it. This is... Okay, now we're in the land of Dawn. Does ONIC have what it takes to stop the aggression of AP BREN? We will find out on this this episode as we see. Stop laughing.
Tell me about the win conditions, G.
All right, and ONIC here. What we have, right? The Guinevere. I feel like if they're able to utilize the Guinevere's just mobility and out farm the side of Kaltizi, I think this could be the great option that they need. We can already see again, Flaptizi is just absolutely insane on the EXP. That could be just the response that they need is maybe stopping Flaptizi from controlling that EXP. Maybe show some pressure up there instead of the gold lane, as we don't see it being a major problem in the gold. Last time we seen the EXP fall first, and it looked like that's what might happen again as the pressure is being applied up there. By the side of AP BREN, again, I think if they just keep up the aggression, keep up the farm, keep it going, that they have the claw to secure the late game. They have a solid CC with the heavy spin combined with the Vexana. Just control the overall team fights. Don't get caught off guard, though, because ONIC has the CC and the control to stop AP BREN's aggression. Kyrie missing that, though. That's a little rough right there. That's a mistake you don't want to make.
It still sends few back. It still does a little bit something there. So, I mean, we're definitely seeing the possibilities from the side of ONIC, and it definitely doesn't feel as stompy as AP BREN was.
Yeah. And again, I think it just comes down to the overall control that ONIC is now exerting. They're able to control and just put a little bit more pressure onto AP so that they're just not as dominating as they were. We can already see that the EXP is not too bad. You can see Sans rotating up there as the turtles here. We'll see. Yep. Ooh, the damage, though.
Big knock-up. But wait a second, boots in the backside, taking out few. Kyrie in a little bit of trouble, but they do get the transformation onto Flaptizi. Kyrie thinking twice before he moves in. Keyboy finds a kill onto Flaptizi. ONIC coming out on top in the turtle fight, but Kaltizi still takes the turtle. It's 2-0, but a turtle over to the side of AP BREN. ONIC with a lead in gold. Ogwin gonna be next. A lot of damage, and Sans finds the kill.
Okay. Look at ONIC coming out on top. The Kings looking really good this time around. They have found answers to take on AP BREN. Again, that's just the early game control that a Guinevere brings. And then look at the CC and the control. Now, the biggest thing that we'll want to watch out for here is that Kaltizi picking up the Kai. The Nana definitely counters that heavy spin. So Sans could be waiting to throw out the Melina to be able to stop Kaltizi. Now, it's just going to come down to ONIC. Like, yeah, you secured kills, but now you're going to have to start working on neutral objectives. We can already see the carry picking up the Thunder Belt, so building a little bit defensive. So it looks like kind of like the tank carries coming out on the side here. A heavy spin on the Keyboy.
Big pin onto Keyboy here. Kyrie going to try to come and help out. Keyboy still alive, able to dodge the final slash, and they will get away. ONIC feeling much more comfortable in game number 2.
Definitely, and again, that's the kill lead, but they ain't gonna let up.
Hold on, the Melina blitz, and the kill on to Ogwin. Sans putting another one in the book there. 2-0-1. He's playing such a cleaner game than last time. I think this is going to be critical, making sure, and this is what we meant, back to the basics, man. We all know this little girl Nana is meta. We all know the Vex is meta. We know these things, and AP BREN is not forgetting it. ONIC needs to get back to the roots of that, and we're seeing that in game number 2, and it's already working very well.
I like it. I mean, but ONIC, don't get tunnel vision, right? You are facing AP BREN. The gold lead's not crazy, even though it's 4-0. Keep the eye on the prize, secure neutral objectives, keep controlling them, keep their speed down, and ONIC can keep controlling this game like this. Now, we are seeing the next turtle take coming in. Do we see AP BREN make this? Or does ONIC finally take a turtle here? A lot of utility available.
Oh, wait a second, but a big pin does land on a Keyboy, but he's able to just get away. AP BREN, look at Boots into the backside with the Bravest Fighter. Gonna get hit by the heavy spin. Kyle Teasy looking for an angle, trying to get in. Kyle Teasy takes the turtle once again. ONIC unable to secure a big neutral objective just yet. Still holding a small lead in gold, but AP BREN is keeping up.
Yeah, I mean, they saw that turtle, they came and they conquered that turtle. AP BREN coming out on top in that go around, but still ONIC not letting up on the pressure. You can kind of see
Albert in a little bit of trouble. Ogwin trying to dash in, gets the final slash, picks up the kill. Keyboy looking for something, looking for an angle onto Ogwin. Gonna get the I'm offended onto him. Kyrie coming in to help out, dashes in. Looking for another hit. Ogwin may be able to get away from this. Kyrie still trying, but out comes Kyle Teasy from the bush. Kyrie knows he can't get it. He's got to back off.
Up, left, down, right. Ogwin not getting caught here as AP BREN just holding their own. Again, ONIC now kind of being pressured. And I feel like this is where they need to find the momentum to re-pressure AP BREN. You can kind of already see Boots on the Lapu putting on a lot of pressure on a Flapteezy. And again, this goes to show that the EXPs are kind of equal at this point. We're not seeing too much of an early rotation. Turtle now going down to the bottom lane. I feel like the biggest problem ONIC just ran into is that Albert fell right into the little bit of the early game. A tank carry, that's not what you want.
That's definitely not what you want. He's already a level behind Super Marco right now. Super Marco getting the gold from mid and the bot there. Albert does get some shots onto that tower, but it's still nothing major here. I think ONIC needs to understand that he's going to be a critical part of their team. Sans has been able to scale a little bit, 2-0-1, feeling pretty good, hasn't taken a death. Few has taken a death, so mid lane, ONIC is feeling good, but they need to start focusing onto this gold.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not able to stop Super Marco, it could be a little bit of a problem because the Claw's the hardest person to lock down. Now, what I really need to see from the side of ONIC is Sans, man. We need to see that Melina Blitz just absolutely devastate AP, but an engage possibly happening as the Turtle rubber band match is engaged.
We'll see what happens here. Kyrie keeping his angle. Boots with the Bravest Fighter into the backside onto Few once again. Target locked. Target secured, but no kill. Flapteezy able to take the turtle. Now Boots too deep, unable to find anyone, and Albert comes in with a blazing duo. Albert comes in with a speedy light wheel. Super Marco, the blazing duo. Members of ONIC are falling. Kyrie, Boots, Sans, Keyboy might just be next. Popsy, I'm offended, trying to hide under the tower, but AP BREN is closing the distance. Albert as well. They found you out. No hiding today. It's a full 5-man wipe. AP BREN taking the wheel.
Such great positioning by Super Marco. This is what I was saying. Kind of keep an eye on him. He's staying out in the far right. The heavy spin, though Flapteezy was able to secure the turtle. The retries didn't even matter at that point, but look at the Vaxana Lord paired with the blazing duet that just pierced the back line of ONIC there, and it was just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 down on ONIC for AP BREN.
I mean, they're going to think this Vexana has been hiding under the blanket for a while now. A lot of teams haven't been focusing her, but AP BREN picks her up every time for a reason. The damage is there, the CC's there. You get an extra hero on the map, and now Keyboy in trouble. The damage is locking on. Kyrie jumps in, looking for the Violent Requiem, looking for Super Marco, but unable to find him, denied, and taken out from Ogwin. The decimation is coming from AP BREN. They're closing in. Boots looking for something, and ONIC seems to be panicking. AP BREN back on the aggressive route, back onto what we saw in game 1. Once they smell blood, once they take a bit of oxygen, there's nothing left. Boots is the next to fall. Super Marco looking for the 1v1. Let's bring it, Albert. AP BREN feeling good about themselves right now. Sans next. They're everywhere. They're glued to him. ONIC falling down, crumbling right now.
And this is where I feel like AP BREN always just flicks the switch, right? They just flick of the switch, right? And now they're going to be able to take this Lord, flick of the switch. And they're going to be able to get this Lord probably uncontested. Now, this time around, I don't know if they have that tanky front line that they are going to need to be able to stop a great siege, though I don't think this Lord's going to make it or break it. It's not enhanced. But again, they don't want to trade their life for measly little towers.
The BREN effect is real, and it is definitely a switch. Whether it comes at 20 seconds in the game, whether it comes at 7 minutes in the game, 10 minutes in the game, you know at some point, AP BREN is going to make their move. And once they do, it's like they immediately just go from chill to hyper-aggressive and just all over it. And then once they get to that, it is so hard for any team to break that momentum. You talked about momentum before this series started, G. You said that ONIC could be the team to maybe do that against AP BREN. No one else has been able to do it yet, but right now having a little bit of trouble. AP BREN closing in its grips.
What is Sans doing?
Oh, final flash! On a Keyboy. Few, though, in a little bit of trouble. Gonna get knocked up with a violent requiem. Finally, Sans finds one. But now Kyrie pinned against the wall, taken off the map. Boots with the bravest fighter, but Super Marco in a blazing duet helped his own little way from Boots. The rest of the team chips onto him. Sans throws out Molina, trying to clear the way, but AP BREN still not giving up. Harassing a Lord, still marching down the top side, and it's 10 seconds until Kyrie is back into the land of Dawn. Lord will finally go down. AP BREN still not withholding their assault. Super Marco going to get one last shot in onto the inhibitor, and AP BREN lets them breathe for a second.
Yeah, and I mean, we can't count ONIC out just yet, because I mean, they have the damage. The gold lead, though, it's not 10K like it was last time. They still seem to have the tenacity that it takes to fight back. The defense is there. What we, again, like I said, we really need to see the Molina be utilized to stop Kaltizi's heavy spin, and I'm not quite sure why it's not being used, to be honest. Like, I'm seeing so many heavy spins just come out, and Nana's just so good at countering that. Now, we can kind of take a look at some items. Kyrie has one items, mixing bits of multiple other items. A conceal play, though.
He'll play on Keyboy. Ogwin looking for the final slash once again to bring him into the team. Keyboy goes down. The recalls come out. The taunts are there. When AP BREN gets in this vibe, man, we saw it the other day in the winning clip. Flapteezy was just screaming, man. The man was yelling. He was talking smack. He was feeling himself. And that's, once again, it's the BREN effect. AP BREN moving in. The Molina Blitz comes out, but it's not stopping them today. AP BREN takes an inhibitor. They back off. It's guerrilla warfare out here.
It is, and I mean, AP BREN is just taking it to ONIC at this point. You can see a complete control. They're gonna probably have the Lord Pit here, but wait. Flapteezy.
Flapteezy. He's dipping and diving. He's not. Oh, the Boots finds the kill. But is it for not or not? The Molina Blitz comes out. ONIC now looking for the play. Kaltizi able to get the pin on two members. Ogwin with the final slash once again. The Guardian comes out. And destruction still reigns. Super Marco trying to get some health out. He's trying to get some health back.
You got it?
ONIC looking for something. Keyboy 1v1 and the Guardian might be losing to that one. It's a bulky boy right there, not someone you want to go up against. Few getting back onto the map now. Lord is delayed ONIC by some time.
The discipline there by Super Marco to not take that kill. I mean, he is 5-0-6. Doesn't want to allow the shutdown. Might as well work on securing his stacks. Looks like they might trade and give him the blue buff. I thought I just heard a conceal play, but nothing really comes out of it just yet. Again, looks like AP BREN might be just utilizing this Lord as a bait. No, they've zoned him out. ONIC just gives it up. What in the world? Yeah, what is going on? Man.
No, it's death as they go in that pit. It's a 10,000 gold deficit. We're very similar to game one where it's like, okay, we need a little bit more time. We need a little bit more time. And this time, we can't make the mistake. We can't let them in. We can't get cut off. they have to watch out for those big plays that AP BREN likes to bring. Last time, it was the combo between Vexana and Minotaur. This time, it's going to be Kyle Teasy, the final slash from Ogwin, and still the Vexana getting the big knock-up. As long as they can watch out for some of those hits, they can definitely survive this, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, there's a good utilization of the Magic Sentry there. I think they're just going to take as many tier 3s as they possibly can. Just open up the base a little bit more. Super Marco so low. That is a win for the side of ONIC. That's going to allow them to have a little bit of breathing room as he needs to heal up. So an engage probably not going to be happening here by AP BREN. Though he is full HP. We might see an engage now.
Boots into the backside once again. Boots is like, listen, you guys tell me I'm going, bro. You guys want me to do it? I'm going. Boots has no fear. And I've heard Mirko talk about it before. Like, Boots is the XP laner who's just willing to do it. He's willing to die for the team. And whether you think it's a bad play or not, his plays have been helping ONIC out. The last fight that they almost won, Boots was the starter of her, almost able to take out Few. Again, ONIC just needs a little bit more time that when Boots makes those plays happen, the rest of the team can capitalize on it.
Yeah, I mean, give it up to ONIC, though. I mean, they were able to hold that so well, and the Melina Blitz was just constantly taking Super Marco down to like 10% HP. If Boots is able to do something.
But he's getting chipped away by Marco. Oh, Kyle Teasy goes down finally. A Bravest Fighter lands on a Super Marco. Albert now with Speedy Lightwheel, looking for a target, looking for someone to lock onto. AP BREN knows that with Kyle Teasy being gone, they've lost some of their front line. It's time to back off. ONIC buys more time.
I mean, that's all they can do at this point, right? Is just keep buying time, maybe secure some of the neutral objectives that are still standing. Like we can kind of see pushing the minions to do a tower takedown here. Ooh, Kyrie.
He's okay.
Not able to do too much. I was hoping he was going to make a good pick.
No. I think that's one of the downfalls of the Gwen is like, if you're by yourself, like once you go in, you're sitting there, man. And if you don't hit Super Marco, you're dead. If he doesn't get Few or Super Marco, like you're dead, man. You're just gonna stand there in Violent Requiem and get out damaged, you know?
I was hoping for it. You never know, man. There's always these big plays that can definitely be the turning tides. But again, it comes down to the patience of the team. Sans in the mid lane, kind of taking a look at some of the items here. I mean, Albert's online, Super Marco's online. I feel like the difference here is that Kyle Teasy's 15 and Kyrie's not, having a little bit of trouble in the jungle. Might have
they don't have Albert up here yet either. They might want to try to take this slow. I think ONIC is trying to delay. They look for the play on a Flap Teasy, but he is able to use the Purify and get away there. Flap Teasy still taking some damage. Back home, Boots taking too much. Albert trying to lock on to Ogwin. Going to be able to flicker back. It's still a battle for the Lord Pit. ONIC maybe knows they're outmatched here. They're gonna have to back off once again. Unable to get a kill. They get Few down so low every time, but can't get the finishing hit.
You have to capitalize on some of them, man. That's like, I've seen Super Marco low twice. Now Flap Teasy and Pew. Like it's rough. Like if they were able to just kill one of them, this would be even more breathing room. But now a full team comp of AP BREN sieging down ONIC once again. 10K gold lead. Can they survive?
I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. Luckily, they do have two inhibitors. Sans able to clear the ways, throw them in Lina Blitz. Albert going to chip away at the Lord. They're going to be able to take it down. Unless a huge mistake comes in, they should be able to survive another push here. Boots looking for an angle. Kyle Teasy making his way in base. Watch for the final splash, and there it is. Ogwin every time does it. Kyrie forced to go back onto the tower just to get some health back. Ogwin a little bit of trouble though, taken out. Boots able to defend, put the people at bay, keep AP BREN away, but they still are relentless. Super Marco BMI's away, able to dodge Kyrie. AP BREN still looking for a possible play here. Few ready for the set, ready for the team. Sans throwing out the Melina. Kyle Teasy maybe finally deciding to back off with the rest of the team. ONIC lives to see another Lord.
I mean, they're holding their own, but what do they have to do here to be able to possibly take a Lord Pit, right? And I think it's going to come down to that. You can see that they have the damage, but it's still a little rough Maybe if they're able to get a kill on the Calteezy, maybe if we see some of them split apart, we'll have to find out. But my God,
oh, God.
Look at that. Look at that pressure. That is insane.
They need what, like 4 more minutes? They need like 4 more minutes because we're at AP BREN's at 60K. They're about maxed out on items. ONIC needs to get to that 62K mark where all the items are matched out, and then it's just a battle of skill, right? Where they're not at a 10,000 gold deficit. Taking a look at some of the items, Albert, at least the damage dealers for the side of ONIC are essentially maxed out. Albert's got everything in. We're waiting for Sans to finish that last item. Kyrie sitting pretty far behind right now at only 8,600. He is down 2 items right now, so he still has a while to go before where he needs to be.
Yeah, he was down 3, but was able to pick up that Athena shield. And I think that could attribute to that Pew is just doing so much damage in CC that he's not able to survive. And if they're able to just stay alive long enough, maybe they'll be able to get a set on the Super Marco. That's the only thing I can possibly think would be a saving grace right now for ONIC.
Pew with the pew. Pew with the pew.
I'm telling you.
All right, next Lord gonna be coming up. The clock is running. ONIC made it up to 54K gold. Still about 8,000 till everybody's maxed out, maybe even more because Kyrie's 2 items behind. But ONIC knows this might be their chance. They got to go for something here. They're coming at it straight on. Nobody finding an angle just yet. Kyrie finally make it. Oh, Keyboy misses the I'm offended. That's 1 utility down. Flapteasy and Few also don't have an ultimate anymore, but here comes a concealed play from Ogwin. Ogwin maybe going the wrong way. He's trying to zone away Sans here. Does do his job, though. Kyrie still able to find a way in. Calteezy just making work of the Lord. Kyrie not going to go for it. They got to back off. Flapteasy getting the chip damage. Ogwin comes in. Doesn't have the final slash. Way to use it. Gets 1. Keyboy able to get knocked back. Still nobody goes down with Super Marco with the Blazing Duet. Kyrie misses. He's under fire. But he's okay. ONIC still backing off. Flapteasy able to keep them in the base. Stay in your spot. Don't worry. AP BREN's coming soon.
That was a lot of utility baited out right there by the side of ONIC. I mean, they could possibly survive the Lord if they're able to keep it at bay, which I think is going to come down to the combination of Boots being able to zone the back line and Keyboy just keeping the Lord in place. Oh!
A lot of damage on a Flapteasy there. Mortality pops. He's the winner, Truncheon, but he buys enough time. And the double pin from Calteezy. It's going to let the Lord get a little bit closer. Look at the damage on the Keyboy. Hold on. Kyrie able to find Super Marco finally. Once and for all. And Super Marco goes down, but the base is too low. They had a valiant effort, but it's still not